When it comes to growing your wealth, earning money, saving and investing are all key components. But if you're unable to protect your money, you won't get very far. And all it takes is one mistake on your part that can cause you a huge loss that results in a severe negative impact on your finances and your wealth. In the UK, fraud accounts for 40% of all crime, and fraud comes in many shapes and sizes, from basic phishing scams to crypto Ponzi's such as ITP, which I've discussed in a previous video. Today I'm going to share with you the 4 things you can do to protect your wealth and make sure you're not left behind. The first tip I have is to always be wary. For those of us who grew up in a digital age, we've sort of built up a natural defense system to certain types of scams, such as phishing scams. However, scammers have clocked on and they've evolved their methods to try and be as effective as possible. Impersonations can come in many shapes and sizes, from fake banking apps to random messages on WhatsApp pretending to be a relative of yours. Scammers look to take advantage of victims' emotions in order to extract as much money as possible. Say for example you sell a TV on Facebook Marketplace. The person comes to pick it up and they say that they've made the payment. Nothing's showed up in your bank account yet, but they flash their phone in front of you, showing you that they've made a payment and they're in a hurry to leave. They take your telly and you'll be left waiting a very long time for a payment that will never arrive. By showing you that they've initiated the transfer, the scammers will play on your emotions and make you believe it's real, but in reality, they'll be using a fake app to try and convince you otherwise. A huge step in preventing yourself from falling for scams is to be wary in situations like these and not let items you sell leave until payment has arrived into your account. Don't ever let external influences rush you into parting with goods or money. Always approach every situation with caution and with your own financial safety as your number one concern. The second tip I have for you guys is to follow the saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Following this saying is one of the strongest financial skills that you can have, and it's vital when growing and protecting your wealth. We've all found ourselves scrolling through Instagram or YouTube and come across those forex traders in their Lamborghinis that are trying to sell your dreams, and on the surface they all look like wonderful opportunities. These so-called forex traders usually have a humble background origin story where they've been working in a shop or a warehouse and they managed to turn their life around, and now they just spend 30 minutes a day, quotation mark, trading, and you can do the same thing. All you have to do is buy their course or join their service, or whatever they're selling, you have to buy. Many people fall for these grifters, but if you spend just a couple of minutes thinking about how much money they're claiming to earn, why would they possibly share that opportunity with you, a stranger on the internet? Surely they'd just make more money trading themselves. The if it's too good to be true rule is great at helping avoid most scams and get rich quick schemes. By questioning things that sound too good to be true, you're able to get a deeper insight into people's motives. Another example would be if a popular influencer starts shilling and trying to pump up a stock claiming it's going to rocket to the moon and guarantee that your investment will double, triple or even times 10 or something ridiculous like that. The influencer would then use their social status to quickly pump the stock up and would certainly be one of the first people in line to dump it as well. Money does not come easy, and by taking a step back and doing your own due diligence, you become better informed, and that allows you to make the right decisions and not let your emotions get the better of you. This leads into our third tip, which is, unless you really know what you're doing, don't follow the easy money. We live in a world of instant gratification, where stories of overnight millionaires make it easy to get sucked into entering highly volatile markets in a bid to reach generational wealth status immediately. But the reality is, if you can't even explain what a blockchain is, what business do you have trading crypto? If you don't have a strong understanding of financial markets, why are you trading currencies at times 10 leverage? These are the sort of questions you have to ask yourself. Now, if you spend time learning the information required to take advantage of high risk, high reward opportunities, you could become very successful. But if you are unprepared, then it's highly likely you'll just be making a loss, basically be burning your wealth away. Overall, I enjoy high risk investment opportunities, but I do have a higher risk appetite than most and aim to gain as much knowledge as possible on any potential investments before making the plunge. The final tip I have is from more of a consumer perspective, and that is to protect your wealth using credit cards to your advantage. Now, this doesn't mean to take out a bunch of credit cards and do a bunch of unnecessary spending, but to instead use your cards in ways that can benefit you. In the UK, Any purchases made with a credit card are covered under the Section 75 Consumer Protection Law. Essentially, this means that if anything goes wrong with the purchase you make, your credit lender is just as liable as the retailer who you purchased from. This applies to both goods and services and has been proven to be invaluable to me on many occasions. A few years back I was on holiday in Greece and I hired out a car with Enterprise. They tried to charge me extra when getting the car, despite me paying for the entire booking in advance. Rather than going through the motions with Enterprise, who were saying that they won't be able to refund the money, I simply raised a case with my credit card company, who were able to get the matter resolved very quickly. Now, in that example, I managed to get back around £400. If I didn't have this protection, I would have ended up not getting any of my money back, so it always pays to use your credit card, especially in foreign countries. So there you have it. Those are my 4 top tips to help you protect your wealth. Like I said at the start, saving, investing and growing your wealth is important, but it's equally important to protect your wealth as well. If you found this video helpful, please do share it. It doesn't take much of your time, but it could be greatly helpful to others. Thank you for watching and speak to you guys soon.